Alright, what's up, Virgo? So today we're going to be doing your next phase reading. What are you being called to next? What does that look like for you? Actions needed, and something that needs to be understood about it, and maybe you can get a message from Spirit. I've already pre-shuffled the deck and cleansed the space, so we can go ahead and get started. Alright, what is Virgo being called to next? What is Virgo being called to next? Oh, okay. I didn't know it was 3, I thought it was 2. I don't do reversals. I know, scandalous. Okay. Hangman, Ten of Pentacles, and Seven of Swords. So what you're being called to... Oh, wait. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. So, okay. I try not to sugarcoat my readings. So, but take what resonates, leave the rest behind. If this does not resonate with you all, then with you at all, then please do not continue to watch if you don't, if you don't feel like it, connects. And this is going to be another select reading. And also, I do apologize. My cards can be a little bit blunt. And if I do take time to pause, it's just because I'm trying to figure out the best way to say it. Because this is going to be a little bit of a heavy reading. So be prepared. Let's strap in. Okay, let's go. All right. So the Handman and the Ten of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords energy, getting very much that you're kind of having to be, your next phase is kind of paying karmic dues. And this is not okay, so before I even say furthermore, this is not me at all judging you or saying you're a shitty person or whatever. I'm just telling you what the cards are and energy is going, and for whoever who this resonates and whoever's ready to accept the message that it resonates with, yeah. Okay. So what we're getting here is that you're having to pay out some karmic dues from past actions that were maybe not made with the best intentions. Um, I do feel like though the circumstances at the time made those choices that you were making seem righteous, but they were still actions that kind of had a consequence, and that you're kind of now kind of paying for that consequence. Um, this is kind of heavy. This is kind of heavy energy, but I don't know how to word this. It's like there was a betrayal you did. So whether it was a sticky situation, like a sticky a three-party situation, third-party situation, whether you were the third party or you were entertaining a third party within an already established relationship, or there's something about maybe even work you've betrayed, and like there's a maybe something you did at work where it maybe involved you kind of stealing something or kind of manipulating a situation to be in your favor. So it's to prevent, so it was something you've done to prevent another person from gaining anything. And so whether that was a third person situation, you kind of prevented your partner from having the truth and knowledge of that. Whether it's just a work situation, you kind of prevented, whether it was a coworker or a boss, from from an opportunity, or just something around where it's like a little bit of a it's like a the word it's giving me is low level betrayal, but like betrayal is like yeah. I'm not judging. Like I said, I'm not judging. Everybody, like, we all have done what we have thought has been best and maybe not been best, or we all have done what we thought was the worst but turned out to be the best course of action. Um, but with this, it's definitely at this time of place, but this time period where you're having to kind of pay out the karma on that. Um, and thankfully, it's coming in kind of fast because usually karma kind of works at its own slow pace for both good and bad. But for right now, it's kind of working out a little bit faster. And I think that's to do with your own spiritual protection. So it doesn't like come back to bite you in the ass at a very pinnacle point in life. It's coming to kind of right now where things are kind of still calm, or in a place where you maybe even forgotten about it a little bit, or you haven't really thought much about the situation since it occurred. But yeah, it's definitely, yeah, it's very a strategic dealing of karma. I will say that it's almost like your spirit guides kind of have to make a deal of like, okay, if the karma happens now, can we still have this opportunity of this, so it doesn't happen when this opportunity comes, or can this happen, you know, sooner rather than later? Okay. What does this look like? What does this phase look like for Virgo? Okay. Nine of Wands. Yeah. You might need noticing your mood being a little bit off. Like even by noticing that you're a little bit more irritable or you're a little bit more on edge than you would usually be. And that is because of the energetic karma that's going around in your energetic sphere. What else does this look like for me? For Virgo. Oh. Okay, wait. Yeah, okay. 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 So you got the Nine of Wands, High Priestess, and the Full card. You know, sometimes my tongue just hates me. Anyway, so like I said, your mood has been a little bit off or has been a little bit changed than usual. You may feel a little bit more heaviness. You may feel a little bit more quicker to anger, or just feel a little bit more wary of people. Like not like I guess almost paranoid, almost like you're not trusting other people, even if it's someone you have been trusting for years. It's almost a sudden now like something has clicked in your brain. You're kind of looking at everybody a little bit sideways. You're looking at everybody with a little bit of a doubt or suspicion. um and that energy makes sense with the High Priestess card, because like I said, there's something going on where there was a situation where perhaps you weren't the hero in somebody else's story, and that person and whoever like there's this card is going to be select within the select. So please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. But I feel like for some of you, that person who feels like you're the villain in their story um has kind of outsourced some magic on you, whether they're getting readings on you or they're actually hiring somebody to perform magic on you. There's definitely something going on where your energy sphere is getting kind of manipulated by an outside source, as well as the karmic energy that's coming in from your spirit guides as well. So you do have a lot going on in your energy sphere that's causing a lot of disharmonious energy, um, and just not causing the greatest experience right now. Um, but with the Full card, I do see you coming out of this. I do see you kind of adapting to the chaos and not adapting to the unbalanced energy that's going on right now, and adapting to the kind of karmic debts that are coming out for you to pay. And it's almost like you're kind of like you kind of start to like not enjoy it, but you start to kind of still see the positives in it. It's like, if the karmic debt comes out to be you're having financial trouble or you're having financial stress, you kind of start learning to roll with that, and you start kind of learning how to adapt to that new circumstance and enjoying that new circumstance. Not enjoying like as in like, oh my god, this is so fun, I never wanted to change, but like more a sense like, hey, maybe this isn't too bad. Maybe I can, instead of focusing on money because I know I'm not gonna get any, I can start focusing on on, it's like you let that stress go away once you kind of start realizing like this is only a temporary thing. I need to go through this. I need to pay this off. And that, I don't mean just money, but like the karmic. I need to pay this karmic debt off. I need to go do these stages, and I accept these stages. And because I accept these stages, I'm going to still try to enjoy not enjoy yourself, but just you still live. I'm still going to try to live. I'm still going to try to have the best life, my best life, within these circumstances. I accept these circumstances, but you're also not letting it beat you down. You're not letting it destroy you. You're not letting it really deter you off the path. You're like acknowledging, okay, like yeah, I kind of fucked up there, and yeah, this is kind of making sense why all this stuff is happening, and I'll take that, but I'm also not gonna let that deter me from what I've been doing and what I've been working on and what I've continuing to build for myself. Okay. I'm gonna get more clarification too, though, on the spiritual work. I know I kind of just left that out of at a cliffhanger, but I'll come back to it. Okay, what actions are needed during this phase? Okay. Is that the only one? Is that your only one? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I rushed you. My bad. Okay, Temperance card and the Ten of Wands. So your actions needed. Okay, yeah. Literally, is as you have to put yourself through it. You have to walk the steps. You cannot. It's like it's highly recommended. Don't resist it. But also find ways to just find. Your main focus is finding ways to cope with what's going on. It's not going to be lasting forever. It's not going to be a karmic debt that's going to be held over your head for the rest of your life. It's just going to be a short phase where you have to pay it off because of what previous actions you have done. Just to set balance into your life, and it's something it is necessary though for it to be put in balance, because you do not want this hanging over your head when, for say, you do get into a position where you are in a position where it is a fragile position, and anything can, if anything kind of disrupts that, it's going to be detrimental. Right now it's happening because right now nothing's going to be too detrimental right now, going with everything going on in your life. The karmic debt is going to affect you mostly emotionally and mentally, and maybe a little bit reflection on your reality and your outside world. But a lot of the karmic turmoil is going to be happening inside of yourself. Um, and like I said, with this spiritual work and magic, it's definitely your emotions are definitely being kind of manipulated a little bit. So it's strong. I would strongly recommend to keep reminding yourself to keep in balance, to keep. I know right now you're not in the mood. It's not I want to say prickly, but it's just very, you don't feel very um approachable right now. But it's really, really recommending that you keep yourself in balance. You keep yourself in check. You do not let this energy take yourself outside of your character, because that will just even when this karmic debt cycle is over, if you let this get you off your character and you let this really just kind of eat you alive inside, it's going to be very hard for you to get back on track for yourself. And even when the karmic ends, it's almost going to be like you're continuing this karmic cycle by yourself, even though it's no longer needs to be paid. You're almost paying, like, it's like how some billing companies, like, even if you paid off the debt, if you keep paying on it, they will allow you to keep paying on it and not tell you that you know that, like, oh, like, you already finished, you don't have to pay us anymore. They're going to continue taking your money because you're continuing sending it to them, in a sense. So that's like the comparison it's making. Like, if you continue kind of almost torturing yourself after this karmic cycle ends, you're going to be torturing yourself for nothing, really. It's going to amount to nothing. It's only going to be detrimental to yourself. So the actions needed is to really, really keep yourself balanced. If it requires you taking longer walks outside, if it requires you having more distance from people, or just having, or doing just, it's almost like it's really requiring you to, it's going to be your main focus, right? Because and with the full card as well, it's like I mentioned it with the full card, it's like you're going to adapt. If you adapt to your circumstances and you adapt and accept the events that are happening and the reasons why they're happening, and acknowledge that, everything, is part of this, of it's part for the better, it's like happening for the better, and you keep reminding yourself that and you keep that mentality, it's going to be very beneficial for you. And do not let it take you outside of your character. Like, do not, especially with the whatever magic's happening around you. It is saying, for those who do resonate, I would highly recommend looking into, if you don't feel comfortable doing the rituals yourself, finding a trusted source to have maybe a soul cutting ceremony or a protection put on you, or you do your protection yourself. But it's strongly recommended, like, do not let this magic that's around you happening. I don't know if you can see the cards on there by her foot, and it's kind of dissipating. You don't want the smoke to cling to you. Don't pay attention to to the magic happening around you. Acknowledge that it's happening, but also instead take the steps. If you feel comfortable, take the steps to put protection on yourself. And if you do know, let's say if you do know, have a clear idea who's doing this and who's causing this, I would definitely recommend a soul cutting, like a binding, a soul, whatever. Come on, tongue. Severing the bond kind of ritual, or things of that nature. And it lines up. Okay, all right. What's the, what already did the impact? What's something that needs to be understood about this? Yep. And then what is the impact of this? Okay. these two are separate. So we'll do these two ones first, and then we'll move on to that one. All right, Three of Pentacles and the Strength card. So something, the impact of this next phase, like I said, it's definitely, ooh, oh, that makes sense too. Okay. So, okay, with the karmic debt, right? So, whatever happening from this circumstance or action that you did, it's also adding on other karmic debts onto you. And it's just small, simple stuff as well. It's not even like, it could be, it's, so like, it's putting all your karmic, good and bad, into this phase, into this one karmic payout. It's combining everything. So you have this one big karmic debt, and then you have a little bit of a small, like some small ones, and he's even putting in your good to almost counterbalance the negative karma, to make this karmic phase a little bit more easier to swallow, and just to get it all out the way for you. It's happening to get it all out the way. Um, and so I feel like some of you might be a little upset that like your good karma is only going into this to offset the bad. You're not really seeing any of the good come out in your life, but trust me, when you come out of this, you're gonna have a very clean slate. And that is the impact of this. This is the whole purpose. This is why Spirit is doing this for you, because they want you to have a clear slate of karmic. To almost, it's almost going to be a hard restart button after this phase, which is actually really a blessing in disguise, because you know what I mean. Because I feel like even now after this experience, you're going to be way more knowledgeable and way more aware of how karma works and how it affects you and how it affects others, how it affects the world, how it really just flows. I feel like it's going to be a little bit of an eye opener for you. And because of this clean slate, you're going to be a little bit more aware of how you want to kind of work your karma and have karma work for you in a sense as well. Um, and you're not going to also have too much of a fear of a negative karma, because it's like because having gone through it, you see the benefits of it, and you see, you see the pros and cons of it, and you appreciate the pros and cons of it. You grow appreciation for it. So yeah, because it does make you a very much more of a knowledgeable person, and very much more just comfortable with this side of life. Okay, and then with the three of wands, was something that needs to be understood about this phase. Yeah, okay, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Yeah, Spirit really wants to make it clear, like you, it just be okay. A bad action or a bad choice does not make you a bad person. It doesn't. Everybody makes their mistakes, everybody makes their choices, everybody, it's free will, it's human life. Like, you wouldn't be human if you didn't make a couple decisions in life that maybe didn't have the best consequences, or the best results. But that's just part of life, that's just part of your growth, that's part of your path. It's everything that's happening isn't happening just to happen to you, it's happening for you, it's happening for your better good, it's happening for your path, it's happening for all the good things that you have signed up for when you signed up to have this life on earth. And so it really wants you to understand that phase, to really remember that phase is like, it's happening, everything that is happening for you, for your benefit, for your growth. And just really, really remember that. Okay, let's get one last message from Spirit before we close out the reading. Any message from Spirit? Okay, that doesn't count. They spilt out my hands. Oh my god. Let me be a little bit more specific with that question, because maybe I think that's why it all spilled out, because it was like too much to say, because I wasn't specific enough. What advice? What is? Okay, never mind. You already decided what you wanted to say. Okay. Eight of Swords, Six of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay. Regardless of what's happening, you're still very much protected. Um, so even with those karmic debts that are happening, even if it affects your financial, you're still gonna be very protected. You're not gonna have so much to the point where it just upturns your life and it becomes detrimental. Spirit is still very much protecting you, still very much having your back, even though there are kind of the ones dispensing out this karmic debt to you. They still want you to know they're still supportive. Um, that they also do want you to know they do understand if you get a little bit upset with them. They take that. They take full responsibility for that. But they just want you to know they're still protecting you. They're still looking out for you, and they're still wanting the best for you. Um, and that they're still very much supporting you through this whole journey. Yeah. But yeah. Okay. I hope you guys enjoy the reading. Please leave comments down below and let me know how you resonated, helps me better connect to your energy. Feel free to like and subscribe. I do offer personal readings. I've left the link down below in the description box. I'm running out of time. My video thing is running out of room, but I really hope you guys enjoyed. I really hope you guys resonated. I'll see you guys next week with your new monthly reading and possibly having to pump out a love reading for you guys. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time and have a great day. All right, bye.